Hey everyone, it's Teresa Crane with Jeremiah Dreams. Let me switch this real quick just so I can see you all a little bit better. What a weekend! What a weekend. And now I am finally settling in for the evening and ready to create with you guys. I'm sorry, wasn't able to be here last night. Just had to take care of some family stuff, and it's all good. It's just sometimes you just got to do those things and you just can't control them. But I'm here now, and I know I've got some glare in my glasses, but hopefully, okay, it's always a thing. You know what? So let me try something real quick. See if that might help a little. I think it did help a little bit. Oh, here comes my friends. There's Rhonda. Hi, girl. How are you? And Winifred. How are you, ladies? I'm so glad to see you guys. Um, so I'm at my daughter's, and she is just a couple of weeks away from having the baby, and she's still working full time. Hey, Teresa. How are you, girl? And it's just getting down to the wire, y'all. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. Let me get my little, because I am prepared, y'all. I'm prepared for us to still do the things we enjoy doing. Just got to get my little pieces of paper and we can do it. Um, Hi, Trisha. It's good to see you. I'm good. I'm good. I am here to offer relief and help to my kiddos in these last days. And I don't know if I'm just here for the week or just whatever she needs. I'm wanting to be there, just helping with little girl and um, helping her get ready. Awesome. Oh, you're in Lebanon. Oh, Teresa, you're in Lebanon. I can only imagine what you're doing. Probably the same thing I'm doing, loving on grandbabies. Um, okay, I'm gonna write y'all's names down before we get too far along. Y'all, it's just a difficult time when you're still working full time and you've got a 3-year-old and a home to run, and it's just exhausting. And y'all, she will be 37 weeks on Monday, but she's measuring 39 weeks, and they're expecting this baby to be every bit of 9 pounds. So she's tired a lot. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me write y'all's names down. So Rhonda did hearts and painted blessings, because I came prepared with all the stuff. Even though I'm out of my normal environment, I'm prepared. And get you down, Miss Rhonda. Get Miss Teresa down. So tell me, how have y'all been? What have y'all been doing? And Trisha and Winifred. I got something new to tell y'all tonight too. Let me write down, because y'all, after 2 days of all the things, my neurons are not the best. Hey, Janice, how are you, my friend? Okay, get Miss Winifred. So I want to know what y'all been doing, especially after Friday, and I didn't get to hang out with y'all. Um, I want to catch up with you and see what's happening. All right, let's see. I got Rhonda and Trisha. I got to get Trisha. Trisha, did you do hearts also? Let's see here, because I don't want to miss anything. Let's see here. Okay. Y'all, a couple of things on my mind. I got something really exciting to tell y'all too. Hang on. I want to get all this caught up here. Awesome. Okay, Trisha. I thought you did, but I didn't want to miss it. If I want to be sure I got it right. There's Miss Janice. I got you. Y'all probably look like an absolute mess after all the things. So, all right. Okay. So, y'all, I got in the note cards. Look, here's the first one. It's kind of a glare. So it's called a matte finish, but it's got at the bottom. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And that way there won't be this glare. Let me put it right there. So there's the first one. And I've got the title of the canvas, the Dogwood Chapel, right there. And then on the back, it has my logo. Okay. But y'all, it turned out so nice. And it's blank on the inside. Hey, Terry. Oh, girl. Okay. Let me write your name down, sister. But look, I also got the Springtime Chapel, and it's got the name right here. And it is such a good print job that you can even see the indentions of the canvas in the photo. So I'm just tickled. So they come with envelopes and they're blank. Like I said, on the inside, they're not a real super slick card, so that they should be easy to write on with a ballpoint pen. But and the envelopes are white, and y'all, the colors just turned out so vivid. I just couldn't be happier. And so I'm going to offer these as a set of two. I don't have the final price yet because I've got to check on a couple of things before I can. I'm going to get that done tomorrow. So tomorrow night or Monday morning, I'll be announcing these are now available. And so thank you guys. Thank you, Teresa and Janice. Girls, I just love them. I just couldn't be more pleased with how they turned out. I want to be sure and get your. Oh, thank you, Terry. Thank you. I am so excited. So I've only got 25 sets right now, and they'll come in a set of two. And the thing of it is, these are 5x7 folded note cards. Okay. Hey, Emmy, how are you? Thank you, Winifred. And the cool thing is, you can frame them. If you don't want to use them as a note card, you could frame them and they would just make precious um, little pieces of art to put in your home. So I'm super excited. So I've got a couple of things to check on for pricing, and then I will be announcing these being released. So I'm so excited. But anyway, it just such an exciting feeling to see your work in in a production like this. So I wanted to share that with y'all, that these are coming very soon. And like I said, I've only got 25 sets right now, so I'm hoping that they'll do well. We'll see. We'll see, and then once we're out of stock, we'll just order more. Oh, thank you, Miss Emmy. Hi, BJ. How are you? I don't think I've ever seen you on this page before. Yes, you are my neighbor. How's it going? Girl, I'm glad you're here. So glad you're here. Well, you guys, I started the the desert scape, and it was way too big for me to load up and bring with me. And so I'm going to have to put that on pause until I get back home. So tonight I have in mind another pretty piece. And I'm just going to kind of keep you in suspense because I always think that's fun. And I like for y'all to kind of be guessing at it and figuring out. So I'm going to start with a color, and I want to use this pretty light turquoise color. I've got that. It's just singing to me these days. It's just making my heart happy. That's all I can say about it. While I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze out some white. Let me show y'all. Let me put it over here where you can kind of see. And I know there's shadows. Of course, anytime you move your lighting, it's not going to be quite the same. So I'm trying to keep it all. Whoops. Let me angle this one up a little bit more, and maybe it'll help with some of the shadows. And if it falls over, I'll just pick it back up and we'll trudge on along, won't we? All right. So I'm going to just start with these two. And let me get a little bit of water on my brush and thin this down a little bit. And I'm going to start with just putting some of this turquoise on this canvas. So I really hate I can't work on that desert scape right now because I've got my mind made up kind of how it's going to flow. And this was kind of a last minute decision to come down and help them out at this point. But sometimes it's just time, and it's just time. But everybody's doing good. She's doing great. She is about to pop, but she's doing really good. The baby's doing good. It's just Elena is 3 years old and wants mommy to pick her up, and mommy can't. It's just, so it's just really hard, just a hard stage. And if you've ever had babies and you remember those stages um, in raising your family, you remember it is a hard stage. And they don't have any family here where they are. We all live up in Kentucky and they live in Alabama. And so all their friends work, and it's just a struggle sometimes. So I'm going to bring this on down, but I'm not going to go all the way. I hope this turns out as pretty as what I have in my mind. It's one of the things you just never know. I'm going to go ahead and work some white in here just to kind of lighten it up and give a bit of ombre effect. And I'm really just scribbling it in just for blending. Just work it back and forth and work it until it's in the kind of blended in well. So it's a little bit of an ombre effect. I want to go ahead and add a little more white, because what this is going to do is going to give it a glow effect toward the bottom. Here we go. Let me put a little bit more turquoise up here. So it's just giving a nice glow. Brushing back and forth. All right. Now then. All right. Hey, Catherine Nicole. Trisha. Yes. Yes, girl, Trisha. I'm so thankful. My main job is such that I can be flexible and work from here. In fact, I worked today doing some virtual appointments, and that is a real blessing to me. So, all right, y'all. So the next thing, let me get this good and dry. I've got my little heat gun here, so I can get a hold of it. Of course, when I'm out of my element, everything's everywhere. So I'm gonna get this dry, especially right here toward where it's a little lighter in color. I hope y'all can see okay. Get some of this dry right in through here is really where I want it dry, because I'm going to put in another color. So what have y'all been doing? Terry says sometimes we have to help our. Yes, we do. Oh, I'm so sorry, Terry. Goodness. So, what else? I mean, what is the other? Any more information you'd be okay with sharing? I know we've heard some things. Catherine's doing a Bible study. That's awesome. I don't want you to share anything you're not comfortable with sharing, but I remember, Terry, you have shared some things with our creative group, and just know that I'm keeping you in prayer. I know a lot of people are. Um, Man, it's hard when your babies are hurting. That is just the worst. Okay, so I'm going to now add in some brown, and this is called actually rich brown. Okay. I don't know if you can see it. I forget where the camera is in relation to all the things, so I apologize. This is a rich brown. And I have a technique that I like to do where I give the kind of a wood effect, a wood grain effect. So I'm going to just go straight across. And this effect is just a technique that you do with your brush. And I'm just going straight across. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and take the edge of my brush and create a line. Trying to get all the little crevices filled in. And it may take more than one coat because there is a little bit of turquoise wanting to peek through there. Then I'm going to get my brush full again. I'm going to go back across. And I want these colors to not be solid, but to have variation in there in order to have this wood grain effect. And it's just a technique of using the brush and kind of scrubbing in the design. So after I get my paint there, I'm just going to go back and forth like this. And that's going to create these wood effects. So this other coat, I'm going to have to go back over this one again because the turquoise is peeking through. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit more. And then we'll just continue on with the rest of this. And you know how when you have two planks of wood together, you've got that deeper, darker line going on. And I'm going for that effect. And then I'm just going to kind of scrub it in and get some of these uneven tones. And I'm just going to continue this process all the way down. Just going to kind of scrub it in. But I want that hard line kind of between the planks. I'm going to be sure. Now this that I'm using is an 8x10 canvas board. I am really loving the canvas boards. Let me see if I can get a little better coat. I may have to dry that real quick. Where's my... There it is. Oh, let's see what everybody's saying. Terry says last Friday they did the final surgery and put in 3 plates and screws. She's got 3 big incisions, one on each side of the ankle and one on the front of the leg down into the top of the foot. Plus she has the holes from the external fixator. She's hurting so bad and you don't like being able to ease. Oh, girl, I know. Oh, I know. Listen, I broke my ankle 8 years ago and I broke it well. I had a plate and 7 screws. And then a couple of years later, in that same ankle, I had to have a cartilage transplant where they actually put cadaver cartilage in that ankle. And so I was in the same position of non weight bearing, and they went in from the other side on the second. So I can appreciate how she's feeling. I've had 2 ankle surgeries with plates and screws, and I haven't had a fixator, and I haven't had it further up my leg than just my ankle. But I know how I felt, and I can only imagine how she's feeling. When I had my ankle surgery, I could not. I tried crutches. Crutches were not friendly to me, and sometimes, I mean, you got to really, really be careful. And then maybe it was an age thing, being at this stage of my life. But I wound up using one of those scooters, and it just helped me so much. I mean, it was kind of funny seeing me scooting around everywhere on a knee scooter, but when you're in that position and you got to be mobile, you don't have a choice. And I mean, I still had to work. It's not like I could take off and be off work for all those months. So I bless her heart. Okay, I'm going to scrub in, and this back one, because we had to be sure and we're covering up that turquoise well, it's not going to be as friendly with us about it. So we're going to improvise, and it's going to be awesome. It is all going to work out just fine. And I may go ahead, let me get just a little bit of white in there, and that might be the trick, just to kind of help us with some of that tone. And if not, we'll just cover it up and go to plan B, won't we? It's just covering up that turquoise in the back that's been the challenge here. So I tell you what is her name, Terry? You don't have to share her last name if you'd rather not, but I'd like to mention her when I pray by name, if I may. And you may have shared that in our creative group, and I've just forgotten. I apologize. Right now she's using a walker, but we're going to get her the knee scooter. Man, I highly recommend it. I'm not going to worry too much about that back plank because I think these front ones are going to be the more important ones anyway. I've got 2 cups of water. One has dishwashing soap in it that helps me make sure I've got the color out really, really well. Okay, so while that's kind of drying, I want to get some of this khaki, or this is actually light mocha, because I like to use this color just to kind of sketch out my scene. And y'all have been thinking about this, and sometimes it's hard to think of. I've got several ideas, but sometimes it is hard to think of what to paint. I got me some new brushes too. I'm so excited. I got to figure out. I had it picked out which one I wanted to use. Let's see. I think I'll go with this one. Which one is this one? It's a liner, and that's a blotter. Okay, we'll go with this one. Oops, I got paint on my finger. All right, Paige Bentley. Okay, thank you, Terry. All right, so I've been thinking about this, and I don't know, maybe it's my age a little bit, but I have memories. I grew up on a farm, and I have memories of these baskets, and they were not solid wood. I don't know what they were. They were a type of wood. So my basket's going to be shaped a little like this. Okay. It's going to have a lip on it. And I'm doing kind of an up close picture of it because I want to be sure and get the weave of it in there. And it probably doesn't look too much like a basket right now, but see, I'm going to have this weave thing going on in here, kind of like so. And I'll get all that worked out. I will let the brush dictate a lot of the depth of that. So I'm just kind of sketching right now, just so I can get placement figured out. Okay. But I want to have stuff in this basket, and this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to start over here, I think. Does anybody guess now what we're doing? So in case you haven't guessed, it's going to be a basket of peaches. An apple basket's a very good guess. I am feeling peaches right now, you guys. Basket of yarn, that's a good guess. No, I'm actually thinking a basket of peaches. I'm just feeling, and that's one reason why I chose this turquoise color, because I thought that would be really pretty with colors of peaches. So that's where I was going with that. And we're going to have some of the infamous butts hanging, and all that. And some will, some won't. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. What do you think? Is it a good idea or no? So we're going to start with the peaches because really they're going to be kind of in the background. So let me get my peach colors that I love. And this is the bright salmon. Where's my, actually I need a little bit of a yellow, just a soft yellow. Oh, I hope so, Miss Terry. Oh, good, Rhonda. Yay. Y'all think I'm on the right track. Okay. Good deal. Love it. Whew. Y'all are just the bestest ever. Okay. I'm going to lay in this bright salmon first. And I want a little bit more narrow flat brush. Let's see how we can do with this. Let's see. Y'all, some of my, I need to get some more flat brushes. Just got me some new rounds, so now I need to get some flats. Okay. So I'm going to start actually over here. Make sure I'm still in camera. I'm going to let my brush, look at that color against the turquoise. So are y'all ready for Mother's Day, or have you given thought to what you're going to do for Mother's Day? Because with the baby coming very soon, right around Mother's Day, I've got to be thinking about it. So I'm just wondering, I'm always interested in ideas. Hey, Rena. Hi, my friend Beth. How are you? Oh, Terry. Girl, I would love to help you. Awesome sauce, says Winifred. Oh, listen, y'all. I'm also, that was two more things I was going to talk to y'all about. See, I'm getting distracted. I'm telling y'all, the neurons these days with baby on the way and 3-year-old stuff, it's just taking all the energy. Um, so Terry, I'm glad you said it because I'm actually thinking about going ahead and opening my Paint and Create group again. If that's something that you would be interested in doing. And I had mentioned a while, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, that I was thinking about, let me get some yellow out, doing like a workshop for a project and just do a one project at a time. I would send you an email list of the paint colors you would need and paint supplies you would need. And then we would have like a 1 or 2 day workshop, and the price would be pretty low. And I'm thinking about offering that probably, I'm thinking toward the end of May, because that will for sure get me past. Oh, I'm so sorry, Winifred. Oh, Miss Beth. Yes, you are, girl. Absolutely are. That would get me past the baby coming, and um, I think I just would hate to offer it right now, not knowing for sure when the baby's going to be here. If she goes early or they do go on time. I'm just adding in. I mixed some white with this bright salmon, and I'm just adding in some highlight right across the top where light would hit that one piece of fruit. I want to get some highlight going in there. I don't know. What do y'all think? Does that sound like a plan? Some of y'all have heard me talk about that before, but I'm testing the waters just since I've got a few other people here tonight just to see what you think. And I'm thinking the price would be somewhere around $15. It's kind of what I'm guessing. But I don't know. Does that sound appealing to y'all? Hey, Linda. Catherine spread or painted the blessings. I'm going to write Catherine's name down. Let me get my piece of paper. If I can reach it. It doesn't want to cooperate. Catherine Nicole. Love that name. We love you too, Winifred. Awesome, Terry. Okay. Well, I'm going to start working on that. And, you know, I'm going to come up with a project and let you know what it would be. Oh, good, Trisha. All right, y'all. Let's see. I need to put down Catherine Nicole. I'm going to have to get some more paper out. I've got a steno pad over here. All right. Now, the thing that's interesting about these peaches is there's a little bit of yellow in there. So I have this really, really soft, I believe it's called Sunshine Yellow. And I'm going to bring a little bit of it over here and I'm going to mix a little bit of white because I really want to tone it down even more and soften it. And just working it in. I'm all about mixing colors. And I have found, I'm going to turn this a little bit, you guys, so bear with me because I want to be able to get to this really well. Um, I have found that when you add this soft yellow in there, it almost gives it that fuzz effect that we know on peaches. And I'm just going to blend that in. So we've kind of got multicolor effect going on here with this particular peach. Okay. So while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and mix in some of this bright salmon. I've not toned it down, but I haven't washed my brush either. So I've got all these colors going on. But I want this darker salmon right through here for sure. Because as we move toward the center of that peach, we've got that darker shade. And just blending it all together. Here we go. See how that blended? We have those multiple colors. Let's see if I can get it up here closer so you can kind of see how that's turned out. You want to go too, Beth? You want to do a workshop with me? Now it will be online. Um, one of these days we're going to have to do something. I hope I'm not getting paint on me. Um, one of these days we're going to have to do something in person, I think. That would be too much fun. Too much fun. Terry. Oh, okay. Talking to Beth. Good deal. I love when y'all talk to each other. It's so funny because Beth, she's up north, but she says she's passed through my area before. Oh, I hope so, Miss Rhonda. Okay, so now I'm going to work on this one right here, and I'm always going to start out with my bright salmon, and I'm going to outline it. And I'm going to turn this around so I can get really in here close. And I want to observe the shape of my other one. Kind of just base it in. And so once again, I need to pick up the lighter salmon and some yellow, and I'm going to hit these highlights. Get my brush. If you've also, when you're painting, you've also got to be mindful of your brush and how to hold it, how to twirl it, how it feels. The brush does a lot of the work for you, but you have to know your brush also. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up some of this bright salmon again and work toward these lighter colors so that it all blends together. And see, it's going to be a little bit different color and shape and size than that first peach. Now, one thing I want to do while I'm here, which I need to see, I need to shape this up just a tad. So I'm going to get my smaller brush and I want to round this out a little more. I mean, it's going to be inside that basket, but I don't want to lose that shape. All right, so while I've got the smaller brush, I want to add an indentation for like where the stem has been. And I'm going to start with this darker brown, and I'm actually going to include it like right here. And I want it kind of dark. But I don't want it perfectly round. So I'm kind of trying to go for maybe a football shape. And I'm going to try to touch in some darker areas. I may have to let that dry real well, and then we'll come back to it. Yes, Beth, I hope so, girl. Listen, you ever head this way, you better reach out to me because I will meet you in Paducah. I will meet you. I'm willing to drive at least 2 hours to hook up and meet you in person. Ooh, I get thirsty. Okay, I'm going to work on this peach next. I'm going to lay in my salmon. And I'm going to add shadow in here too. We're just not to that point yet. Because that shadow is really what makes your object stand apart. Now, Terry, tell me where you are. You may have already said it. You're planning a crafting in the mountains in October? Which mountains? Hey, Teresa, how are you? Teresa, you need to send me your address, girl. Unless you sent it to me before, but I don't remember. I apologize. So, Terry, tell me, you're in Pike County, which is far east. Oh, it's as far east as you can go. So, is that where the Crafting in the Mountains will be held in Eastern Kentucky? And I'm open to that. So, I just might do it. I would love that. I love the mountains. So I'm getting a good base in on this particular peach. Now I'm going to add some yellow in again. But this yellow, I'm going to bring this highlight further down into the side. Keeping it at the top, but also coming down a little further. And then I'm going to add some of my original color and blend that toward this area that I've been in. I want to improve that shape too, so that's kind of what I was doing there. And I may come back and I will probably add more tone to that also, but that'll at least give me a good base. All right. I feel like I need to go ahead and add a little more white while this paint is wet. And it's almost like you're just mixing your palette straight on your canvas when you do it this way, which I like because it helps with the blending of it all. I'm trying to get this ridge down. Sometimes you got to battle the ridges of the paint. Go ahead and pick up some more yellow, and I'm just going to work that in. It's kind of looking like a mess right now, but it'll all come together. So in my Paint and Create group, we just finished up a welcome sign. And I finished that tutorial today. And my daughter sees it. She said, Mom, I really like that. And I said, you do? She said, yes. Well, you know, that was a loaded, Mama, I really like that. And I said, do you want it? She said, if you don't care. I said, I don't care. Are you kidding? I'm glad to give it to you. Just trying to get this all blended so that as it dries, then I can go back and add more detail. Each peach has its own personality and own color. So, oh, girl, Terry, honey, yes, I could. You should see my studio. I've got several fails in there. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, let me work on this one up here now. And I'm twirling my brush and letting those bristles do a lot of that work. You notice I'm leaving a gap right there, and I have a plan for that gap. but I want to be sure and do that little bit around right there too. So while I have that gap, I'm going to go ahead. Let's see here. I'm going to have to get another little palette. I got paint everywhere, y'all. I need some black. I'm going to take my little round brush and I'm going to put this black in here very gently. And I need to kind of fine tune that right there. Okay. There we go. You're falling asleep, Linda. Oh. So, BJ, when I lived in Nashville many years ago, this was before I had my daughter, who is now 28. Um, I was trying very hard to get pregnant and it just wasn't happening. And so I took some art classes as an attempt to get my mind off of things. I mean, I tried to get pregnant for 4 years before I got pregnant with her. And the second week that I was in school, I found out I was pregnant. So it was all about, I had to get my mind off of it. And then it happened. And I was so sick that I couldn't even finish the semester. I was still working full time, and I couldn't work full time and be pregnant and very sick. That as sick as I was, it was too much. So I had to drop out. And then when was it? A few years later, I tried to go back. And once again, I got pregnant and I had to drop out. So I have started, but I've never completed art school. But the little bit that I took, I learned a lot. And it's been things that I have never forgotten, how to layer and how to look at shapes and negative space and some of those things. So in the class that I took was a graphite class or a pencil art class. So that's the extent of my art school and art training. The rest of it's been like taking toll painting classes back in the day and just watching and observing and just practice, practice, practice. Ooh, I worked up a thirst. Okay. So let me go ahead and start this next page. And this one's going to have the butt in it. You got to have some of them that's got that indentation that's so recognizable with the peach. And I'm leaving a little bit of gap in between because that's where I'm going to enter some shadowing. Um, and that helps me know where to place that. Okay. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work in. And so that little indentation is going to be right in through here. And again, right here. And so while I'm here, let me work some of this right here in and blend it. I want to take my thin round brush and I'm going to put that deep recess in brown for that shadow. I don't want to miss y'all's comments. So I'm going to turn this so I can get to this section really well. And I'm going to go ahead and add one with an indentation right here. Fill this in. And I like to be sure and get my outside edge also. Then I need to fill in this roundness of this other peach that's right behind it. Okay. Now, let me kind of do the same. I'm going to go ahead, let's see. Let me get some of my yellow going because that's going to help. I'm just blending it in. See, that yellow's dissipating and becoming part of that salmon color, that peach color. And then we're going to be adding shadow to that also. But I'm going to go ahead and add that dark brown line. Okay. I want to go back now and add in, I feel like I need to put a core like right here. I'm just feeling that. So let me just kind of base that in because I want these turning every which direction. So I'm starting with black on this one because I want that depth. And now I'm going to pick up some brown. And I'm going to add some brown around, especially the outside of it. And keep that black in the center. There we go. I want to go ahead and I want to add some black to this one too. And go back and add some brown. I need to wash off my brush. It's got too much. There we go. All right. Now, I feel like I'm ready to start adding some shadow in here. I get excited when it's time to add shadow because it just makes such a difference. And for this shadow, I'm gonna pick up this light salmon and move a lot of it over. And then I'm gonna pick up some brown and mix that in so that I keep my tones very similar and in the same family, but I've got that darkness added in there. Get a lot of the excess off my brush. Let me turn this around. Make sure y'all can still see. Janet says, it's always a pleasure to watch the life come into focus. Oh, thank you, girl. And I'm just going to very gently go along this edge. I probably need to go ahead and use my smaller brush. Let's see if I can get away with using what's on this brush. I'm just going to blend. Everybody hold your breath. And then I want a very fine line right against that basket. Actually, I also need to blend that a little bit more. I'm going to use my round brush. I'm going to get it wet. And I'm going to blend this out with a wet brush. But I want to pick up some brown, and I want to do a little bit more right against the edge. There we go. Look what a difference that makes. Can you see? Let's get it in the picture, in the camera there. That makes such a difference. Okay, I want to do the same. Right at that, oops, I got my hand in some wet paint. Hold on. I'm going to do the same right here. I'm going to pick up this brownish salmon and come right along beside it and blend it on out. Now we need to do the same right here. Very same process, taking the pure brown, taking the brown salmon combo. We're going to blend that on out. Now I want to get some water. I'm going to use my wet brush and I'm going to blend this. Look how that shadow makes such a difference. That is so exciting to me. Just love it. What are y'all saying? Oh, I haven't been looking. Marie. Hey, Marie. Oh, thank you, lady. Winifred said, we're really concentrating on your painting. Hi, Angela. How are you? Let me get this slid over just a little bit more so you can see. Pick up a little bit more brown. And get some more of this salmon mixture. I'm going to blend it out and then I'm going to get my brush wet. I just love these colors. I got a little bit more water on my brush because I wanted to do a little bit more blending. Teresa, love this. Oh, Teresa, thank you so much. Oh, Angela spread the blessing. All right. Let me get another piece of paper. Hang on. So yes, if you paint the blessings, tell me. Where's my scissors? Here they are. I should have done this ahead of time, but you know what? When there's a 3-year-old not wanting to get a bath and not wanting to go to bed, you kind of just lose control of everything. So let me just quickly cut up some new little slips if y'all will bear with me 1 second. I'm going to take both of these. Whoops, dropped it. I think I bumped my camera at the same time, y'all. Here we go. If I double them up, I get twice as much faster, right? All right. Now I got plenty. Okay. Oh, Beth, girl, it is just goodness of God. That's all I can say about it. And I can't explain it. You know, I will say this. Through all the things I've been through in my life, it has been creativity that has helped me um, get through some really, really tough things in my life. And um, I mean, I've always been creative, but I really, um, it changed, the meaning of it all changed in the last several years when I've just really been through some really, really, really tough things. And God has just used creativity to help me through those things, to show his goodness to me. And I feel like it's my purpose to use these things for him. And that's my mission. I just, sometimes you go through yuck and you've got to have purpose to the pain. And if my pain doesn't have purpose, it's all been for nothing. It's all been a waste. And I'm not willing to live like that. And I don't believe that's what I'm called to do, is just manage through it and exist. I believe I'm called to give God the glory and further the kingdom because of it. And that's my heart. I'm adding in a little bit more of this bright salmon through here, since it's kind of a darker section. And let me just water this down and blend. I'm going to add a little more yellow through here. Give it that brightness right through there. Let it blend with that coral. And I'm going to keep that roundness going. Just blend it on out. Add a little more coral right here just to tone the yellow down a little bit, but it's going to blend right with it and just kind of become ombre like. That's my goal. So that's how that one kind of looks. And all the peaches, they're going to have all different effects, all different colors, all different personalities. So, oh, Marie, you did? Okay. Hang on. Let me write your name down, girl. Y'all, I appreciate y'all doing that. And if you like what you're seeing, hit that heart emoji and then let me know that you did. And I'm write your name down again. All right. Now what? Now what can we get into? Where'd my y'all? I've hidden it from myself. I didn't drop it, did I? Y'all, I'm at that age. I'm telling you, I cannot. Okay, so here's a moment of testimony. Janet, amen. Turning a mess into a message. That's right. Okay, Miss Marie. So, y'all, I have last year I invested in an iPad and I got an iPhone. And the reason I did was mainly because of this art business that I'm doing with my page. And while I was at it, I got AirPods because I needed that flexibility and I use them a lot in my work. And the other day, when I was trying to decide on about coming here, Angela did hearts. I was talking to my son in law on the phone, and while I was getting ready for work and everything. And after I got through talking to him, I just went about my business. I know I took my iPods out. Did I say that right? My AirPods out. And later that day, I was getting ready to leave, and I thought, I can't find them. What did I do with them, y'all? Catherine Nicole. Let's see here, sister. I think. Yes. Let me write you down. And y'all, I scoured my house. I looked everywhere, and I could not find them. I came home from work that night. I looked everywhere again. I even went through the trash thinking maybe I accidentally put them in the trash. Y'all, them things are not cheap. And I use them for my work. Hey, Rachel, how are you? Thank you. Okay, girl, I'm going to put you down. And the next morning, I still couldn't find them. So, this precious friend of mine, she called me. Let's see, at what point did she call? It was that morning. She had called me to ask me some stuff, ask my advice on some stuff. And after she got done sharing, I said, "Listen, can I ask a prayer request?" She said, "Oh yeah, sure." I said, I know this is petty, but I cannot find my AirPods anywhere. And I have prayed about it. I have scoured my house. I cannot find them. And they're expensive and I use them. So would you please pray for me that the Lord would show me where they are? She said, Oh, absolutely. And so went through the day. That night I got home and I was going about, well, first thing I did was I changed out of my work clothes and I went down to my room and I got my denim capris on, and I put my hands in my pockets to straighten them out. And there were my AirPods. I had put them in my pocket. So I took a picture of them and I sent her the picture. I said, Thank you for praying. I found the AirPods. God, let me find them tonight. See, He cares about the little things. And yes, Beth Ann, He cares about the little things too. And it was just so cool. I'm like, that was God. That was so God, you all. So I have to give him the glory for that too. I thought I just saw that thing rolling. Where did I? Oh, I've lost a brush. And it was right. I was in my water. Y'all, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Y'all are probably just shaking your head thinking that girl, she just don't know about her. I don't know about me either sometimes. All right, let's put some shadow on this peach. How many times do y'all hide things from yourself and you search and search and search and just cannot find them? And then when you do find them, you think, okay, you kind of smack your self in the head and think, oh, they were there all along. It's so frustrating. What does Beth say? Yes, girl, he knows the number of hairs on our heads. He does care about the little things. That's right. Rachel says, "Oh, yes, God hears and answers prayers." Yes, he does. He absolutely does. I am so glad. I am so thankful. Okay, get a little bit of water going. Blend this out. That blending makes a big difference too. Now I know I kind of got over right here, but we're gonna take care of that with this basket. So when I paint, I like to paint from the background forward. So in my mind, we did the background, we're doing the peaches, and then the basket is more in front of that. So, oh yes, Marie. Well, I just write down your name twice, but as many times as you want to hit that heart thing, girl. Facebook is all about those emojis. So, yes, you were trying to find your reading glasses. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I need to put some shadow right through here. But yes, Marie, you can hit that heart button just as many times as you want to. And that would be a tremendous blessing to me. I need to send some happy mail, and this is how I'm going to figure out where to send it. But if y'all, the whole thing with Facebook is just, and Terry and Beth can attest to this because they're creatives. And hey, you girls, y'all need to share your link to your business page, please. If you're still here, please feel free to do that because um, I believe in supporting each other. And these girls have been so kind to me, just such a blessing in my life. I just want to improve this little shadow area through here. I want to work on this right through here. But Facebook is paying attention to those emojis now, and that's why we're kind of asking for your help if you feel inclined to do so. It's a big help. You might not think it's making a difference, but it does, and we're just so thankful to you for that. I need to go back and add a little bit of black right through here. I want to improve the circular shape of this. Okay. Oh, thank you, Marie. Thank you, girl. I serve a risen Savior. I have to give him the glory. I just have to. He has carried me so many times through so many things. All right, got a little shadow going on right here. I didn't add any highlights to this guy, so I need to be sure and do that. Let me mix together a little bit of this yellow and bright coral, and I'm going to add some highlight up in here. Get some water. Blend this on out. Get some pure, bright salmon in here and blend that in too. And I need to add some darker right in through here as it comes out of that core depression. I'm not really liking the shape right through here. I'm going to do something about this. I think I'm going to actually go, because I'm going to think this is going to need to shave right through here. Sometimes you got to think about what something is shaped like and then make some corrections. So let me just kind of blacken this in. I want to reshape this one peach. There we go. And this is what we call negative space. When you have space outside of the subject that you're painting, that is the negative space. And that's what that is right there. Okay, what else y'all been saying? Yes, Rachel, it makes a difference in the algorithm. Oh, really? I don't know why. I know I'm able to be shared to other business pages, but Rachel, you're welcome to put your link for your business page in here, and Beth Ann, and let's see who else is here. I don't know if Terry's still here. She may have had to pop off. But if you're creative and you have a business page, you're welcome to put your link here. I don't know why it won't let you share it to your business page. Terry or Beth might know a little bit more about that. I'm not sure. I'm very tech challenged, y'all. I try. I mean, I've learned a lot, but boy, there's a lot to it. It's exhausting sometimes. I'm going to finish up shadowing these a little bit. And then I think that'll probably be it for tonight. And then we'll come back tomorrow night and work on this basket area. Just fine tune some of this right through here. I think it's shaping up though. What do y'all think? Whoops. I have to think about where the camera is on this. What do y'all think? Oh, good. So Beth Ann. Oh, good, Rachel. I'm glad you found it. Send your address for that. You're so funny. Oh, how hilarious. Oh, absolutely, Miss Beth. You got it, girl. You have done the same for me, and I love that. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Angela. Oh, thank you, Marie. You guys are just the best ever. Just the best ever. Okay, I think I'm going to call this a night because my eyes are beginning to cross a little bit. But I think that's a great start. What do y'all think? Thank you, Catherine Nicole. Thank you so much, sweet girl. All right, so I hope if you have time, join me tomorrow night. Okay, so since some of y'all joined late, y'all have got to see this. I'm so excited. I don't know if I know Terry was here and it looks like she may have had to pop off. But look, my note cards came in. So these are 5x7. They are matte. They're blank on the inside. And it has my logo on the back. And I got the Springtime Chapel. And so I'm going to put these together as a set. They come with envelopes. And I have 25 sets. And so thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Beth. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We're going to do the Happy Mail. Absolutely, Teresa. But thank you for reminding me. So be on the lookout. Maybe tomorrow I can figure out how much these are going to be. I've got a price in mind, but I got to make sure. So yes, Happy Mail. Happy Mail. Okay. Let me get the names over here. I'm going to fold them up. I love sending Happy Mail, y'all. It is so fun. And y'all have been so sweet to send me such precious messages after you receive your Happy Mail. And y'all, it just thrills my soul. Get everybody folded up. We're going to mix them up and we're going to see. Woohoo! That's right, Beth. Almost done. Y'all are just amazing. It takes me a minute. One of these days I might have to hire an assistant to help me with this part. Since I don't have a husband to help me, I might have to hire an assistant. Almost, almost, almost. Just 2 more left. Okay, get everybody folded up. Okay, I'm going to mix them up. Mix them up really good. All right. Okay, here's one. I got one. Who is it? Janice Garrett. Janice. Message me your address. You do it for free? Okay. Janice, message me your address. I'm going to send you some surprise Happy Mail. But I got some really cool things. So all of y'all, I think, will be happy. I hope so. All right, you guys. This was fun. This was fun. Here's the things. Here's our peach painting. Here's our cards that are coming soon as a set. I'm just so excited. So excited. So excited. You're so welcome, Miss Janice. Send me your address. Okay. Well, this was fun. All right. And I'm going to be back tomorrow night and same time, same place. Well, maybe a little early. I don't know. We'll see how the day goes. A lot of it depends on baby girl and when she decides she's ready to settle down and the house gets kind of quiet. But this was so much fun. Thank you for joining me. I just love you guys with all my heart. Y'all are a blessing to my life more than you will ever know. And I'm just so thankful that you're here. So, y'all have a wonderful evening. Enjoy serving the Lord tomorrow in your church. If you don't have a church, please find a body of believers to worship with. And you just get so much encouragement and knowledge in doing that. So, y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. Okay? Good night, you guys. Bye.